One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Velus Jones now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Williams throwing to start the drive. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd down and 6.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Williams. The window closed up there, and it's behind him and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Taken in at the 22. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down. McCarthy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Jones on the return. There he goes, left side. Chicago. Coast to coast, 96 yards on the punt return. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure you can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st.
1st down, Vikings.
back to throw. McCarthy. This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. Runs through the contact, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. There's Hockenson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that'll make our score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bears had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. That is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos.
On 3rd down, Williams. These guys running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Williams. Wide open. It's Allen. Complete. Breaks the tackle. Now Allen. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Chicago. Keenan Allen. 52 yards. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, McCarthy. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And inside give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Matt Eberflus is going to take a risk here on 4th down. He is going to go for it.
Stop low, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. DJ Moore. catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, Williams. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Dancing to his left. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DeForest Buckner. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 3rd down and very long. Off play action. McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd and 5.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 85 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Dragon 60. Rig alert, rig alert.
Now Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. A little short pass. This is Edwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Second Pirate. Warrior 70. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
1st down. 1st and 10.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with three.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before break. McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Williams now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. He's got a first and maybe more. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Santos for the Bears field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. From the gun, here's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Williams. He'll buy some time right. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses. And it brings up 4th.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
18 on the play. First down, Vikings.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll find Jones again, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He's in the space past the 25. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
At the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over. And it
got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
First down, Minnesota.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing here, Bagent. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Play action. Now Bagent. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage in play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
It's 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 1st down. McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw again. McCarthy. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
To throw on third down. McCarthy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown. This game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find Jones. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Swift going to try up the middle. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Going deep here for Allen. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackmon's got it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our